Good morning. It's Sunday. It's 18th. Yes, it is at 72 degrees Fahrenheit. The daily forecast today is going to get to a high of 84 and a low of 65. Partly cloudy. Yes, one more time, one more again. Sunday, August 18th, 74 degrees Fahrenheit. Yes, today's high is going to be 84 and the low is going to be 65, partly cloudy. Daily forecast. That's what it's going to be today. Did you guys get the chance to check out The End of the World? The End. Well, Paul Mooney, one of his legendary Netflix, I ain't gonna say Netflix special, but one of his specials I caught on streaming last night. End of the World. I mean, he just had me laughing. And the audience, he was down there in Texas. And the people were just busting out. He asked, started telling some material, and people would piggyback and fill in like they supposed to. He was talking about the Tigers. I couldn't understand what he was saying at first, but then as I listened to the story, he was talking about tigers. And he said in the San Diego Zoo, he said white folks were just throwing rocks at the tigers and stuff, and that tiger just got tired and dug his way out. And he got out, and the white folks talking about how did he get out? How did he get out? How did he dig his way out? Did he have some Mexicans help him? Said the tiger went and bit 2 of the 3 people that was throwing that was teasing him. He said he ate one. That was the one that was throwing the rocks at him. Oh, that Paul Mooney is just a living legend. A living legend. Hey, good morning. Good Sunday morning to Daryl and Dwayne Mooney. I'm going to do my best to reach out to you, and I hope that you guys still have the same phone number so we can reconnect, and hopefully we still on good standards to where we can get together. Y'all come by the house and we can break bread and do something here, a live stream, and get caught up. Yes, indeed. Regina Ivory, you posted something that I caught yesterday. You said what you said. Now, silence is golden. All you have to do is put that in your material. And you don't even have to mention the character's name. You can if you want to, but all you have to do is turn that into humor. Turn that frustration, that disappointment, that anger, that gossiping. Because when I was growing up, you see, when we sitting on the block back home in Buffalo, New York, or anywhere else around this great United States of America, this republic, and a man would come and say that he heard this and heard that. We said, well, where you hear that from? I was on the phone. We said, well, only women supposed to be on the phone gossiping. Only women supposed to be gossiping. You know? So turn that into some good material. And you know, people only laugh at the truth, so speak on the truth like you did in your post. You hear me? So get your timing, get your grimacing, get your pausing, get your stage presence together, right? And flip that script, Regina Ivory. That's all you have to do. Because I found him quite humorous in what you said. And I know you was hurt and disappointed. That's right. That's right. So just keep it humorous and keep it real and touch the soul. Because in the book of Proverbs, it says, laughter is the best medicine for any man and woman. I added boy and girl. And you know how laughter is, and have you acting like this. All right. I sent out a couple of notifications last night, and it was in the wee time hour. And, you know, some people commented back and filled in the blanks, and then some people, at least one person said, take me off your group list. and only message me if it's important. And I can go along with that. And that person knows exactly who I'm talking about. Mr. Everybody knows somebody. Know exactly who I'm talking about. And I can do that. As a matter of fact, I won't even send any notifications your way. But I still love you. So what y'all doing this Sunday? What y'all doing? What are you doing? I'm just waking up. Like I said, it's only 9:30 on the 18th of August. Yes. And boy, 84 is just a little bit too hot for me. Hey, I want to give a shout out to a homeboy of mine back home named Boo Boo. He's getting ready to go in for some hip surgery, and I asked everyone, every single one, to put a prayer up and put Boo Boo, my partner in crime back home in Buffalo. Don't put him up on your prayer request because he's going to go in for a hip replacement, and he's really uncomfortable right now due to his pain control. They don't want him taking anything because they want his surgery to go on as planned. So I said a prayer for you, my brother, my partner in crime, and hope everything turned out on the 21st. And you're going to have family and friends there to comfort you, to meet your needs. So I hope everything goes as planned. And we're going to get a segment with those chimes there too. The trombone. Yeah, the crickets. Scratch that record. That's an air horn. That's the applause.
And then this is a different voice.
This is another voice.
And that is the megaphone.
That one right there is the large robot. This is the small robot. This is duckling. And this is when someone tries to talk over me.
When someone's trying to talk over me, I can press this button and their lips can move and you can't hear nothing because Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right. Did you guys get the chance to go down to LB&M back there in Western New York? Did you get the chance to go and try some of those vittles, as great granny used to always say? Let me get your vittles. LB&M. When I go home, I think I'm gonna go down there and order me a plate. I might order me a plate of some of everything. Just put it on one platter. And then all that I don't need, I'll take as a doggy bag. Back in the day, we used to say doggy bags. You mentioned doggy bags these days, boy, there's so much shame in the game. I ain't gonna leave nothing behind that I paid for. You remember doggy bags? I hear people, because I am not voted for Kamala Harris, they call me a hater. They call me a coon. I would like to see, what's the brother named the professor dude? Cornel West. That's who I would like to see running. Because he'd tear up Trump's ass, he'd tear Kamala Harris' ass up, and he'd definitely get my vote. So how could I be a coon? Because I want Cornel West. I like his agendas. But the media show erased him, huh? Boy, they erased him big time. And when you don't have the media in the paper, on television, on streaming, on your tablets, it's like throwing good money away, making good money turn into bad money. Vote for whoever you want to vote for. But my vote goes for Cornel West. I like that brother. Even though he's like that nutty professor, a genius. You know about geniuses. They look and sound so weird. But they don't just make dollars, they make sense. We're going to go back down memory lane right now. This is got to do with current affairs. Anybody remember Jerome Benjamin, Scott Benjamin? Anybody remember Slow J, Derek Williams, Jeff Williams? Oh, man. Anybody remember when his mama and moved him, his sister, and his baby sister away? Remember Eugene Moore, Deborah Moore? Yes. Eugene Moore, Deborah Moore. I wonder what they're doing these days. So many people have moved on in more than one way. Have you guys been reading your daily bread? Huh? All right. Stay encouraged. Stay encouraged. Don't forget, you still have to fend for yourself. You know, like some of us human beings, right? We so smart, we won't even go ask for help. We so dumb, we won't even go steal to feed our families and ourselves. But we're going to wait on God. That's what we're going to do. We're going to wait on God. And the way the law is written, stealing ain't stealing. As long as it ain't in your pocket. If you in the store and you're eating, I don't care if they got you on tape. As long as you don't carry it out physically across that door threshold, it's not considered stealing. And I remember back in the day when someone got caught stealing clothes or food or something, and the judge would ask you, why did you do it? And you say that you was trying to feed your family, clothe your family. And the judge would give you a food voucher, a clothes voucher, to go somewhere to get it. But the moment you said you had to pay a bill, any kind of finances that would come involved, they would put you in jail, and that was way before the RICO Act. Anytime there's any pieces of silver, one piece of silver or multiple hundreds of thousands of pieces of silver, they find you guilty without prejudice, and sometimes with prejudice. But when you don't say that you're going to pay a bill, or you needed gas, or your kids need shoes, just go steal the shoes. That's all. You know, the scripture talk about man don't take care of himself, his family, his household, lesser than an infidel. Lesser than an infidel. You know, God, he applaud a man or a woman that do what they have to do. Like James Brown said, Papa and Mama got to do what they got to do for themselves and their family. Let your family go hungry without even trying. Even your neighbor can respect you or not respect you because you're waiting on the Lord. God give you 5 or 6 senses and expect for you to use them, but you can always ask for forgiveness because you can't obey every commandment. And each and every last one of us knows that there's 613 commandments in the book that we read today. Yeah, there's 613 commandments, and some of them we obey, and some we cannot obey. 613, you know, we can't obey them all. You go against one, you go against them all. And you know, like Abraham lied. You remember when Abraham lied with that rich man that wanted his fine wife Sarah? I wonder if she was up in the hundreds then. Probably not, because she didn't have Ishmael. They didn't have Isaac then, did they? Rich man said, God said, you about to die. He said, why? He said, because you about to take another man's wife. Abraham sent Sarah on back to, the rich man sent Sarah on back to Abraham. Before that man could go to sleep, he was on his knees. He said, well, now, Father God's, my mind is clear, my hands is clean. God preserved his life. That's the second time God had preserved a man's life in the Bible. Yeah. Do you remember? Remember Jacob? When he went out there to meet his brother, and then he wrestled. Remember, he wrestled with a man. Some people say that he wrestled with an angel, but not in this story. He said he wrestled with a man. God had never gave the power of any man to change another man's name. The man asked Jacob, what's your name? He said, my name is Jacob. He said, no, your name will be now called Pentel. Jacob asked the man, what's your name? He said, I ain't going to tell you, because to know the name of God is to manipulate him. And we all manipulated God every now and then and again somewhere in this life of ours. I know I did. You remember when we started drinking at the age of 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, we would get so drunk and hang over to our girlfriends or our mama and our papa's toilet, throwing up. And the first thing we would say, and our heads stop spinning for just a second, Lord, if you help me and bring me through this here, I won't do this no more. And he'll let us suffer just a little bit more for the sun come up, and then that hangover be over with, that throwing up and all that good stuff. And then we wake up from a couple hours of sleep, and the same person that we was out hanging out with, whether it was male or female, come by and you say, what's going on? I got a hangover. You say, you know what? Best thing for a hangover, the same thing that gave you the hangover. So have another drink. So we lied and manipulated God just so we can get out of that whirlwind that was in our head that we put inside of us. I remember it happened to me when I was drinking that original MD 2020. Yeah, now they got all this generic crap to make it ain't worth drinking, but the original. And then that Mogan David, back in the day, Mogan David in MD 2020 was the wine. And then I remember I had to be about 17 years old. My daddy, his favorite drink was Black Velvet. He took me upstairs. He had this trunk, this blue trunk in the bedroom. He just me and him. He said, Floyd, wine is a cheap man's drink. He said, you want to drink something hard, you want to drink something dark. He said, light alcohol give you a hangover. He said, you want to drink that dark alcohol. So my favorite drink that used to be was Johnny Walker Red with milk. Joe Cook and I used to drink that. His mama be at work or out playing bingo, and we'd go behind her bar, because in the PJs or anybody's house, almost every parent had a bar except for my mama and daddy. And boy, we would pour us a little shot of that there with some milk, because that's how my Miss Cook used to drink hers, boy. And when we used to go out to the club, boy, that's what we used to drink. And then every now and then Joe would drink Slow Gin Fizz Grenadine. Yeah, that's Slow Gin Fizz Grenadine. And I remember drinking some. We was at the club on West Utica and Main Street in Buffalo, New York. Across the street at East Utica. Can't think of that club name. And I must have had 2 or 3 of those. And I wasn't feeling nothing. That's why I was drinking. And Joe said, okay. And boy, it hit me like a sledgehammer. You hear me? Hit me just like a sledgehammer. Hey, Jenny on the Block back on Buffalo, New York. I ain't heard from you. What's going on with you, Jenny on the Block? You tell the family back there. Our childhood buddies and them that's still with us. Tell them to plug into me. Tell them to plug into me on Facebook, on Twitch, on YouTube, I got my platform. And I hope you guys enjoy it. And those who don't, help me along. Give me some topics to talk about. You can give me topics to talk about. And if there's any message that you want to go viral, as long as it goes along with the Constitution and the Charter of the great United States of America or my streaming platform, Riverside Studio, I wouldn't mind to oblige you. I wouldn't mind obliging you at all. All right, it's now 9:45, still 72 degrees Fahrenheit in the air. It's still Sunday, August 18th. 84 degrees. Gonna get to the day, low of 65, and it's gonna be partly cloudy. Daily forecast. All right, I'll be back with you and tell you a little bit more about Paul Mooney. And I'm gonna tell you something. You got to watch the end of time. Paul Mooney, man, I love you, Paul. I love all your work. Craftsmanship. You and Dick Gregory. You and Dick Gregory. All right, the Mooney twins, Daryl and Dwayne. Expect a call from me soon. And if you already sent me a accepting message on Facebook and Messenger, I'll be reaching out to you. All right, love you all. I'm going to check out right now. It's still early. It's top of the morning out here in the LBC. Out here on the West Coast, it's the top of the morning. Top of the morning.